Greetings, friends. The Torah now discusses the centerpiece of Jewish life, the Mishkan, which became the Beis Hamikdash, the Holy Temple. We've lost the Beis Hamikdash and are awaiting its rebuilding. And we see it soon in our days. As we near the day of its rebuilding, we are increasingly trembling with excitement, and the rest of the world is exploding with anxiety, trying with all their strength to prevent its rebuilding. Quote, when the evildoers sprout like grass, it is only to destroy them unto eternity. They will do anything they can to try to stop it because they want to keep Kedusha, purity, out of the world. They want a Hefker world, a world in which there are no rules, so they can continue their lawless existence. And we, Hashem's people, are trembling with anticipation because we sense the nearness of the redemption. But what stands in the way? I want to explore a vital question. Why is Golus Yishmael, the exile of Yishmael, the final and most difficult exile in Jewish history? Yishmael was our initial test in the first generation of our nation, in the days of our father Abraham. The first child was Yishmael. His mother was Hagar, the Egyptian. The fact that Yishmael's mother was not Sarah is vital to understanding his personality. Yishmael is called Pere Adam, a wild ass of a man. Rabbi Shamshan Rafal Hirsch explains that Hebrew grammar is turned upside down in this description to emphasize the fact that Yishmael's humanness is subsidiary to his animal nature. The Chavetz Chaim stated that Yishmael can dress in a suit and tie. He can be a professor or a doctor, but he is still and will forever be an animal in human clothing. When Abraham and Yitzchak go to the Akedah, they leave Eliezer and Yishmael with the Hamor, the donkey. This is where Yishmael belongs. Yishmael was born at the very advent of our nation's existence. I want to say that this is where our nation began the process of straining out impurities in our national stock so that we could become who we are destined to become. The other nations possess no Torah to make them into spiritual beings. So the first impurity which had to be separated out of Am Yisrael was the animal nature represented by Yishmael. We've now lived as a nation for thousands of years. At this point, we stand at the threshold of returning to a state of purity in which all the dross will be expunged from our national soul. Obviously, we have never completely freed ourselves of this impurity, because if we had Mashiach, it would already have been revealed in the Beis Hamikdash. It would be standing before us. The animal nature of Yishmael is extremely powerful in this world, but now, as a culmination of our final exile, we are facing it directly. If we are to bring the age of Mashiach, then the animal aspect of mankind cannot be allowed to rule the world. In accordance with that awesome test, we are now being subjected to animalistic barbarity in its most raw form. We can learn something else from Yishmael's nature, the essence of marriage. Yishmael's mother was Hagar the Egyptian. Yitzchak's mother was Sarah, Imenu, our mother Sarah. Look at the children. Yitzchak was a rarefied tzaddik whose life can be described by the term Achad Yitzchak. His personality consisted of an intense perception that he was constantly standing in front of the master of the universe. He measured every word and action. Because Yitzchak and Yishmael are both sons of Avraham Avinu, they share a vivid perception of the existence of Hashem. Abraham bequeathed this trait to both of his children. They're the only two nations whose national name contains the name of Hashem. But look at the mothers and you'll understand the difference. Sarah embodied the warmth, compassion, and comfort that emanate from a loving mother. The Shabbos lamp was never extinguished in her tent, and the light of Shabbos emanates from her children. The world is a beautiful place because of the lichtika neshama which Sarah implanted in her children. Hagar was a cold Egyptian. She threw her son under a bush in the desert and turned away from him rather than see him die. She's cruel and selfish. The Torah likens the Muslim nation to a female crow, the one bird which never takes care of its young. Egyptian culture centers on witchcraft. Torah culture, lahavdil, focuses on Hashem, the origin of life and the cradle of goodness. The symbol of Yishmael is the moon, which is dark and cold. Its light comes only from the sun. The culture of Yisroel, lahavdil, is, quoting from the Megillah, light, gladness, joy, and honor. The last and most difficult exile is Galus Yishmael. With our hearts filled with Torah, we will get through it, and we will see a world of unending goodness, light, and joy. Mashiach will ride the donkey and subdue him forever. May you shine a new light on Sion, and may we all speedily merit its light. Good Shabbos.